Oh dear Lord, what did I get myself into now? Yes, I will be reacting to a Harmon Smith video.
I'm through.
Titled, wait till you guys see this. The PC Master Race are cucks of the gaming world. Really? So we already have a problem with the title because we're cucks? Really? We're the ones who are paying for online? We're the ones paying more for games? You know? And are we not the ones who are able to play all of your games, even Nintendo, if you know what I mean? Wink, wink. So, what are you talking about with PC guys being cucks? It seems like you console dudes are the biggest cucks in the world. You're paying for something that you should not be paying for at all, which is your online. Like, you're paying to basically, like, lick Sony's ballsack, or Nintendo's, or Microsoft's, to even allow yourself, to use your internet bill, basically, to utilize your internet bill. You know what I mean? Like, that's how sad these stupid console users are. And now Nintendo, oh my god, no, Nintendo guys are the biggest cucks, because you guys are paying for online, and it still sucks. Still worse than the 360 days. Imagine that. And, I'm sorry, you also have more options to pay more for online, and not for, actual free modern games now, but the modern games that at least PlayStation and sometimes Xbox has. No. You're paying more to have GameCube games streamable. To have Nintendo 64 games streamable on your portable. Yeah, no. You Nintendo dudes are the biggest cucks in the world. Really. And who's the idiots that also bought fucking cardboard for $80? Oh yeah, you Nintendo dudes. So shut the fuck up, Harmon. My god. I understand that he could be autistic or something like that, but he's even more autistic than I thought. Holy shit. We're at the title and I'm criticizing this dude. My god. Oh, go Lord, help me.
With making fun of social justice warriors. I'm through with making fun of Xbox.
And you're also through with looking the least bit normal, because why, dude, you know what? This man is a troll. This man is a troll. Why are you intentionally making yourself look like an absolute retard? Like, straight up. Why do you, he's not even wearing the Nintendo hat properly. And even if he did, it's like you still look like a dumb beta male man child, you know what I mean? It's like, I have no more words. We're not even 2 seconds, or okay, fine, we're not even 20 seconds in the video, and I feel like I'm losing my mind.
And PlayStation owners. I'm through with making fun of mobile and gadget owners because...
Harmon, you have no right to make fun of anybody.
Over the past several years, it has become apparent to me, the gaming guru, the Nintendon, Harmon Smith, that the absolute lowest of the low in the gaming community is...
You are the lowest of the low, so at least he's right about that.
The PC master race, the dregs of society. They are the sort of people who make YouTube videos.
I'm fully convinced. A PC dude really, he slept with his wife, like his wife. What the fuck am I talking about? His girlfriend that pretended to be his girlfriend, just so. Well, I would say getting something out of him, but what the hell could she get out of that? You know what? A PC dude fucked his mom. That's what happened. Yep. That's why he hates PC dudes. A PC dude fucked his mom, right in front of him too. Yep. That's what happened.
Making fun of games that are never, ever going to come to their platform. They are completely out of touch with the...
Oh my god. I'm sorry to keep pausing, guys, but this guy just keeps saying stupid shit after stupid shit. Bro, what are you talking about? Us PC guys are mad about games not coming to our platform? Bro, I could play more fucking games on my Steam Deck than you can on your Switch 2. Hell, even performance-wise, my Steam Deck could smoke your crappy-ass Switch 2. And no, I'm not delusional. I can decide how to play my games. You Nintendo losers can't. And isn't it funny? Isn't it hilarious that when they think that they have the power advantage, which you don't, yeah, maybe on paper the Switch 2 is more powerful than the Steam Deck, but I could decide how to play my games. You cannot. I could play my games for free online. You cannot. I mean, for the love of God. Oh, Lord. And like, I just find it really ironic that a Nintendo dude is saying what PC gamers are not able to play, right? Motherfucker, your dumbass Switch or Switch 2 can't play most games, period. Not even its own. It could barely play its own, let alone other games that are not on it. And like, I know that he's about to bitch he's about to say, oh, the PC gamers are bitching about GTA 6 or whatever. Motherfucker, at least we have GTA 5. Like, GTA 5 didn't even come to your dumbass Switch 1 or 2. So, Who is complaining about what they can't play exactly? Like, fucking pathetic.
Reality of their situation.
Y'all can't even play your fucking old games natively. Like, you guys on the dumbass Switch 1 and Switch 2, you dumbass fanboys, even some fans at this point, you like, come on, they're kind of one and the same at this point. The fans and fanboys for Nintendo, they're really becoming the same, bro. It's really hard. That line is blurring, you know. But whatever. What I'm trying to say, though, is that this guy is completely insane, you know. And I'll just let him continue talking to my dismay.
Refuse to acknowledge the superiority of Nintendo consoles, and instead will leave angry comments on Nintendo fan channels denouncing the company and everything that they stand for.
Why do you defend them? Yeah, we're denouncing them because, you know, our platform doesn't ban us for using MIG Switch cartridges, which is none of Nintendo's business what we do with their hardware that we bought. Yes, Harmon, we are going to bitch about it. You know? I mean, I didn't buy it, but you know what I mean. It's like when you buy the Switch 2, that's it. It's all fucking yours, and it should be all yours. And then it has a main function of a C button that you had to pay for. Motherfucker, what? Are you smoking something, Harmon? Are you smoking something? Are you smoking something? Are you using that Mario fucking is he using that Mario cap to hide a really big brain injury that he had? I don't know, man. Like this guy is just insane.
There is no lower
I put on 1.5
than the PC Master Race. They are the absolute bottom of the barrel trash. You know, at this point, I expect that eventually we'll see PC gamers clowning each other and making detractor content, making fun of each other. You know, we're not going to see like people fighting between the Epic Game Store and the Steam Shop. You're going to be seeing people making fun of each other for using different video editors. You're going to see people making fun of their PC.
What the fuck is he talking about? That's all I have to say. I really don't know how to respond to that otherwise.
Builds and their specs, and they certainly will not be talking about games because that is not what they do. You know,
we don't do that, buddy. We play more games than you do on average. Like, bro, I probably put more hours into Megabonk than this motherfucker put on his entire third-party lineup. You know what I mean? Like, for real.
The PC Master Race do is sit in a corner with their monitors lit up in the dead of night, and they watch Nintendo trailers.
And the dead of morning.
They comment on Nintendo trailers. They comment about how they can't wait to emulate this Nintendo game on their gaming PCs.
I was going to say Nintendo trailers.
They comment on Nintendo trailers. They comment about how they can't wait to emulate this Nintendo game on their gaming PCs. You know, they.
Yeah, does that make you mad? Does that make you mad that we could potentially play the game for free? I don't pirate any games. I think that is wrong too, right? Like, of course, because you're still stealing something. You shouldn't steal anything, guys. I do agree to that. But there is a caveat to that. When Nintendo is trying to rip you off the same way that they are, you should absolutely not steal, but technically speaking, it's not really stealing if you're taking the code from someone else's source code that they said is okay for you to take, basically putting it public, right? It is okay to take someone else's source code of a game, absolutely. That is not illegal, actually. So, kiss my ass. But the thing is that I don't even do that. Really, I really don't, because Nintendo's games are such slop that I honestly don't find it worth it emulating their games. I really don't. Like, especially Switch and Switch 2 games, bruh, there's nothing to care about, you know? There's nothing to care about in that lineup. And the ones I like, here's the thing. I already own the Switch 1 games that I want, you know? I already have Smash Ultimate. I already have, you know, Breath of the Wild. I already have, you know, all, like... Really, that's all I care about. It's like those games just fucking suck. Otherwise, they're all the rest of the first party lineup on the Switch is so terrible that I don't even emulate them. I don't pirate them. I don't do anything like that because they're so bad. There's literally other games with better experiences, bro. Like, damn, bro. Dude. There are other games that you could just buy on Steam for like pennies on the dollar that have much better gameplay than any of the Nintendo slop that they're releasing recently. That is fact. So, honestly, Harmon, that doesn't even apply to most PC dudes. If it did, Nintendo would be out of a goddamn business. We all know that.
Are anxious to start playing these games. They are excited for Metroid Prime 4 on Nintendo Switch to finally be emulatable. It's not emulatable, by the way. That's been confirmed.
It is confirmed that it is actually, bitch. So, yeah, have fun with your autistic little Mario hat there that you have on the side of your head for some reason. What, is he hiding a fucking deformed twin or something? Like, why does he have it like that? Why does he have it like that?
They haven't been able to crack it yet. Like, they want to be able to play Metroid Prime 4 day one, but the reality is they're going to be sitting up in the dead of night watching other men play these games. They're going to be sitting up...
No, they're going to be sitting up playing better games than that fucking trash. Yeah, seriously. A game with little to no reason to have a shitty open world at all, you know, and with fucking gameplay that you had since the GameCube days. Yeah, no one's going to be playing that trash, Harmon. Sorry. Probably not even the Nintendo fan base either. Barely the Nintendo fan base. And if you guys do, that shows how low your standards have gotten. That you guys are playing Metroid Slop 4. You're playing a dog shit game with red ass characters with a shitty, empty, ugly looking open world. And with the most recent thing, you have to pay $30 for a shitty amiibo just to unlock the music. Or you could beat the game 100%. Who the fuck is gonna want to play the game after 100%ing it? That's such retard logic there. Like, no one's gonna play the game after they 100%ed it, let alone like listening to the music on the radio of the motorcycle. Huh? Oh my god, I wanna punch Nintendo for real. I wanna punch Nintendo right in their dick. Right in their small Japanese dicks.
Watching Nintendo YouTubers play their Nintendo...
By the way, I'm kidding. I don't want to assault anybody for virtual fucking video games. I'm kidding. I'm just saying, though, they do deserve some sort of financial kick in the balls. They do.
Games on their Nintendo hardware, where all they can do is just have a porn window open and just jacking it. Like, with...
Harmon. I mean, to be fair, I guess he doesn't have to do that because, you know, he probably sees porn every day of a dude just fucking his mom, you know, of a PC master race, of someone in the PC master race just fucking his mom, you know what I mean? To be fair, I don't think that he, you know, needs to watch porn. But if he did, he would watch cuckold porn, for sure. This is that man's bread and butter.
One hand, with one pinky finger. You know, because that's all they can do. Like, that's all they can do is just watch Nintendo fans.
Why do you sound like... I can't say that, fuck it.
Play their games, because PC gamers are the absolute cucks of the gaming space. Think about it. They are legit spending their time watching other men play video games. Okay, I want you to think about that for a second. I want to think about...
I am really convinced that this man is just saying shit out of his mouth at this point. You know, like, he's not even thinking at all. He's not thinking, period. But he's definitely not thinking of the stuff that he's saying. You know, he's just saying shit to get clickbait, just to try to boost his shitty channel that hasn't grown for, like, years. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Yeah, and the only traffic that he probably has are people that hate him, which is most of it. Or complete losers who are, you know, brainwashed by Nintendo's shitty decision-making. That's what I think. So, fanboys is what I mean. Barely any of them are fanboys, but most of them are just people, you know, watching him just to laugh at him. Absolutely. Harmon, you suck at everything that you do. You suck at making videos. You suck at making books. You suck at making videos about books. You're just a worthless human being on this platform. I'm sorry to tell you, but you are. You are. And there's nothing that you say that really contributes to the conversation, right? If you have a problem with PC gaming, bro, just say straight up what you have a problem with PC gaming. But, you know, to me, I just feel like all the problems of PC gaming are really outweighed by the conveniences of PC gaming. Like I said, free online, you could play your PC games however the hell you want. Like your Steam library could be played on your desktop, Steam Deck, and then all sorts of things that are like the Steam Deck, like all sorts of PC handhelds and stuff like that. But do you see what I mean? You could play it in a neutral aspect, like with a laptop, or you could play it with, you know, all the power that you have with a desktop. You could play it portably, very conveniently or portably with your Steam Deck and other PC handhelds. Dude, PC gaming is fucking awesome. Not to mention that now you also have a way to play games not only portably, but with free online, unlike consoles. I'm sorry, but, you know, if you have a problem using PC, learn how to fucking use it. If you really want a better gaming experience, dude, leave these consoles. I'm telling you, there is no value to these dog shit consoles. I am telling you, bro. None anymore. None.
Like all the Twitch streamers, all the titty streamers, all the speedrunners, all this community of people, the FGC. Like, I want you to think about this for a minute. The PC Master Race would rather...
What the hell? That was not me, by the way. That really was not me.
And talk about video games.
That was his video, having a spaz attack over... That was his video spazzing over the fact that his content just sucks, you know? Not me.
social media than actually play them. Like, that is the reality behind the PC Master Race, the message board warriors, the keyboard trolls that condemn.
And you guys don't buy your games. you dumb Nintendo dorks don't even buy your games except for the ones that have the Wahoo Man or the little green midget. You don't play any other game, bro. Or dog shit Pokemon slop. Yeah, that too. You don't play any other games. You console dudes, even Nintendo dudes, you guys are the stagnant cancer of gaming. You are. All you are. For real. On PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, you all are stagnant cancer cells in the gaming industry. You are. You know, and it sucks, but it's true.
Nintendo fans everywhere, like, someday I'm going to be able to emulate this game, and I'm going to play it with slightly higher settings.
Slightly? Now I know this dude's drinking something. Slightly? Bro, a fucking calculator could outperform the Switch 2. Get the hell out of here, bro.
Like, it is just a gigantic cope. You know, they are legit lusting.
Gigantic cope? Talking from the idiot who can't even play most games, you know, assuming that he only plays on the Switch 2. And if you don't, that kind of exposes how shit your Switch 2 is. If you can't have a console or device,
trying to gaslight you into thinking, the game is going to be better when it comes to PC. Like, you know, Bayonetta 2 is...
It does. Usually games do become better when they come to PC. You could put mods, you could add frame rates, you know, which you can't do on consoles unless you pay extra, and even then it'll be really underwhelming. Like, hey guys, this is the Nintendo Switch 2 in 2025. You could finally play Breath of the Wild at 60 frames per second. Whoa! For an extra $30, and it doesn't come with the DLC. Nice.
They come out on PC any day now. Dust Bloods is going to get a PC port. Like, oh man, Nintendo fans sure are cringy for not liking Elden Ring. Like,
you're still on that Archie Harmon Smith. Hey, look, man. You are objectively wrong about that game. Sorry to tell you, because even Nintendo likes that game to the point where they got the same developers, or at least the same company, right? FromSoft, to make them a exclusive, I believe it's going to be some Souls-like multiplayer game for the Switch 2. So clearly, you know, Nintendo liked it too, right? So yeah, you're just objectively wrong about that game. Sorry to tell you, Harmon, but yeah.
You see these guys, you know, who don't play games, who don't care about games, who are complete and utter exposed.
Do you play games? Do you play games? Do you play actual games, not the Nintendo slop that you consume on a daily basis? You know? If you even play games in general, you'll just play that. Which, I'm sorry, but Nintendo games aren't real games. It's like they're just like humiliation rituals at this point. You're buying these games at $70. They look like fucking PS2 games, you know, like, and you're playing them on a shitty piece of hardware. Like, Nintendo games are complete humiliation rituals. They are, you know. I'm sorry, that's the only way I look at them.
Frauds constantly coming out and doing everything they can to downplay every major Nintendo release, like, all the while acting as if, like, emulation is going to allow them to play every single game ever produced on.
Well, it allowed Nintendo to give you your little old games there, you know, what little you have. I mean, the Mario collection, you know, what is it? The most recent one that they did in 2020 or 2021 or something. The All-Stars, yeah, the 3D All-Stars. You do realize that the only reason why they were able to do that was because of emulation, right? You do understand that, Harmon, correct? The only reason why they were able to give you your shitty little collection there, and probably the Skyward Sword one as well, I'm pretty sure, is because of emulation. Oops.
Gaming PC eventually, even though even now plenty of games are not available on gaming PC. Like, the idea that emulation is legal is a cope.
And there's even more games unavailable on the Switch too. Your point?
The idea that Nintendo is going to put their games on PC is a cope. The idea...
No, they will. Although they are going to start off really shitty, though. I will admit that. They're going to start off with their own Nintendo PC app. Absolutely. They're going to have their own little Nintendo installer, or whatever you want to call it, right? It's going to be their own little Nintendo PC installer, you know? For sure. And I think they're going to... Me personally, I think they're going to start off with mobile slop first. And if not, they're probably going to put the mobile slop on Steam. While the real games are going to be on the Nintendo launcher. There you go, launcher. That's what I think is going to happen realistically if Nintendo goes to PC. which honestly, given their track record, that's not a horrible way, I guess, to start off putting your games on platforms or on the PC platform. That's not the worst way. I mean, could have been worse, or it could be a worse way that they'll do it, which they probably will. I don't know. Probably giving them too much credit.
That the PC Master Race is somehow based. And
I mean, to be honest, I find it weird that they're not putting games on PC personally, because like the mobile market is more of a competitor to everyone, including PC gaming. Really, I mean, not a direct, but you guys know what I mean, right? Like there are more people playing games on mobile, arguably, than there is on PC. I don't really exactly know those numbers, but definitely the mobile is growing. It is growing. It is the fastest growing gaming market right now. And it's like, I'm sorry to tell you, but, mobile is a lot more of a threat to Nintendo than PC is. Let me tell you that right now. And I'm sorry that PC dudes actually have standards, but, Nintendo, when they are forced, because they will be forced, to come to the PC, not by their will or anything, but by their choice. By their choice, they're going to want to come to PC. Right? And when they do, they're going to have to do a lot better with their games. So Harmon, you should be thanking PC because finally, when that's the only choice Nintendo has, because their mobile market isn't really booming, let's just be honest here, you will actually get better Nintendo games because of the PC market. So Harmon, we will accept your apology when you come out and address and star in a shitty movie. That's when you do a Hollywood humiliation ritual for the PC gamers. We will forgive you.
Most elite gaming community on the platform, just a complete and total cope. There is no getting around this. There is no disputing this. There is no ignoring the grim reality of their situation, is that these guys are sitting in cuck chairs watching other men play Nintendo games. Like that.
True. I do want to see the fat ass crack of a Nintendo gamer playing Mario and just like enjoying his game while I sit in my little cuck chair. Damn it. Harmon really did figure me out.
Is the reality of it. They are, by definition, cucks. Those gamer chairs you see with like the stupid padding and the over design and how like they just have like a logo on it and that makes it worth like $500. Like,
buddy, you bought cardboard for $80. Shut up. Shut up about a logo making something more expensive, motherfucker. Be quiet. You console gamers have no right to talk about that. None of you. Not Nintendo fanboys, Sony, Xbox, whatever, right? None of you have the right to say that. Because realistically, you idiots are only on these boxes because of the name brands. Let's just be honest. Well, I had a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, so I got the PS5. Okay, well, the PS5 sucks. It is the worst PlayStation that is a shadow of the brand. It is a shadow. There's nothing appealing about the PS5. The PS4 was more appealing, really, especially in its prime. The PS5 has done nothing. Literally nothing. Same goes with Xbox. This is by far the worst Xbox. Even the Xbox One, at least got games, The Series X is shit. The Series X is nothing. Their first party titles are garbage. They're focusing more on Game Pass, which costed the quality and the quantity of the games really that Microsoft has been publishing, because they've been relying on third-party games to be on the service. Let's just be honest here, right? And and they have the worst running games too, and the most gayest games, literally the gayest, filled with DEI crap, running horribly, and I do mean horribly, even on the Series X, for the love of Christ. It's just, all three of them are horrible, and you fanboys should be ashamed of yourself for even still being on those shitty boxes. Really, you all should, you all should, all of you should be ashamed of being on those boxes still. Although I'm not going to say that, the people who are just playing casually, because, obviously they're not going to get a beast of a game rig if they're just going to play their FIFAs or their Call of Duties or, whatever. I would recommend it personally, because you don't have to pay for online, but, that's up to them. And they only buy one fucking game a year or something, like a couple of games a year, or invest their time into a couple of games a year. So realistically, I could understand why they could be on a console. Even then, I would still recommend a PC over that. But I can understand that. I can understand why they're still on there. But you fanboys, like all of you who game seriously, why are you still on console? I don't understand that. This is weird to me. Like, that is a complete humiliation ritual. I already said that, I know, but I just don't understand why people are still sticking with these dog shit consoles, other than they play PS4 and Xbox One and Switch games. You know, like the previous consoles games. That's the only reason why I could see it. So
These guys are trying to tell you that because they sit in those chairs, because they watch other men play Nintendo games on YouTube, because they're like complaining about Metroid Prime 4, that somehow makes them more credible of a source than you.
I am. I had to screenshot that. What the fuck is that face, bro? Anyway, sorry. Yeah, but we are more credible sources than you. You know, you guys pay for dog shit Nintendo slop that looks and runs worse than most modern games today. I mean, for the love of God, I'd rather play, and I'm not kidding here, I'd rather play Ubisoft games than Nintendo games. You know, at least they graphically look better. At least the games are more advanced than your average Nintendo garbage. I mean, take a good look at Metroid Prime 4 and tell me that's not worse than a Ubisoft game. Even the recent ones. Tell me that's not, because you will be coping. Harmon and the rest of the Nintendo fanboys or fan base, you guys would be coping at that point. Because at least, you know, one of the examples I'm going to look at is Star Wars Outlaws, right? Or whatever it's called. At least that game has a better open world, or a more lively open world, than fucking Metroid Prime 4. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. And even has more modern gameplay than that dog shit Metroid Prime 4. Come on, bro. Come on. Guys, let's just stop, you know?
Okay, they think they're more hardcore than you because they watched someone play Metroid Prime 4 and beat the game before it came out on YouTube or something. Like,
huh? I swear, I know that people have been criticizing him for this, but it's like just seeing it, you know, in front of your face. What I'm talking about is that he makes arguments up in his head. Like, who the fuck talked about watching the game before, like, it released? What? Who the fuck? And then saying that they're, like, the master gamers or whatever. What the fuck is this guy saying? I honestly have no way of arguing with him. I have no way to respond to that, because this guy is just insane. He's really insane. It's a miracle too, by the way, that look, this pains me because I was a Nintendo fanboy too. But then I turned fucking 13, bro. Like, come on. Come on, bro. Come on. Like, I turned 13 and then I got over it, you know? But still, being a Nintendo fanboy and taking that console war shit seriously is beyond cringe. At any age, really. At any age. But I will say, though, I'm so happy. It is a miracle that I'm not in the same padded fucking room, or whatever the hell Harmon is in. It's a miracle that I'm not in the same padded room. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not padded in some insane asylum. You know? It is a miracle that I'm not. I thank God for that every single day. I want to kiss God's hand for that, if I'm even worthy of doing so, because he put me in a much better situation than where Harmon is. Didn't mean to get spiritual on you guys, but god damn, bro. God bless God. Okay? I hope God blesses himself, because really, I'm so happy that I'm not in the same position as him, as Harmon. My god.
Like, oh, they're posting.
So, because I was a Nintendo fanboy too, and this pains me because it's like, I understand that Harmon cannot let go of this shitty billion-dollar company. Actually, no, I don't. I'm kidding. I'm being facetious a little bit, but I will say that I understand his passion a little bit. I do. Not towards the current Nintendo, but this is probably like the same passion that I had. Oh my god, bro! Every face of this guy makes a thumbnail, but You have to understand, though, I had the same passion towards Nintendo at one point, like this guy did. I did. And it pains me to see Nintendo fanboys being this stupid. Even the fanboys, you know? Like, the Nintendo fan base being this dumb towards Nintendo, instead of critical of them, like they should be, is absolutely ridiculous, you know? Nintendo used to give out unique experiences that are both complete and its own thing, you know? Like back in, you know, in the Wii days, where you know, Nintendo gave us 3D platformers when they were pretty much gone, you know. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, Donkey Kong, not 3D, not just 3D platformers, by the way, but Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario Bros. DS and Wii, New Super Mario Bros. DS and Wii, you know, both experiences which were fucking awesome, and then they milked the hell out of it. You know, like the DS and Wii are Nintendo's best years, by the way. Yeah, quote me on that. I don't care. I completely agree that that is their best years. Yeah, they just had like so many platformers, and then even, you know, adventure games like Zelda. You know, and like Zelda was done differently compared to your typical third-person action game or whatever. No, Zelda was different. Zelda was still different. You know, even on the Wii, even on the GameCube, yes, Zelda was different. You know, and they even had one where it utilized the Wii Motion Plus. You know, on your Nintendo Wii, obviously, like it really let you control the sword perfectly, like you thought you would have in Twilight Princess for the Wii, right? So yeah, when really it was pointless there. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was really pointless. The motion controlling in Twilight Princess, it was. I mean, hell, the best version of the game really is the Wii U version, which thankfully I have. So yeah, that's the definitive way of playing that game, not the Wii or the GameCube, the Wii U. So.
Spoilers, like, the final boss is kind of cringe, guys. I don't know about this 81 Metacritic score. Like, nobody cares. Like, that's the grim.
Well, a lot of people seem to care when the game has shit reviews. I mean, and that's users, by the way. Fuck the critics. Like, the users don't like this game, Harmon. The users are criticizing this game, Harmon. Man, whatever. This guy's just going to keep going on and on. I'm just going to end it here, guys. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. And I think that I did really good in this video. Please be sure to tell me if I did or did not. You know, I really had a lot of passion here because this guy is something else, really. He's mocking a platform that he has no right to mock when he's on a shittier platform in a shittier ecosystem, really. You know, you know, him and the rest of the fanboys like him are not improving. In fact, they're making worse, if anything. So, thank you guys for watching. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.